Market Monday, aka, is back. We're going to go over all the content and my thoughts on it. A change to the sets, which I don't think is very good for the game. It's a very EA thing to do, but let's quickly just go over the content schedule as well as the MUT leaks, because we do have the Team of the Week content for this week. We'll not have the Playoff Part 2 content, probably from MUT leaks for at least a few days, just because it's fresh. It's probably going to be cards revolving around the wildcard weekend, and well, there's still a game to be played in about an hour as if I'm recording this video. Content schedule, though, very simple, aka Icons, which released today. Week 18 plus Player Month, the final Team of the Week content. That's going to be on Wednesday. Playoff Release 2 and Legends. Roster Revolution, which we kind of saw was going to be in the game last week, at least for the new season. That is most likely going to replace Team of the Week. That will probably start next Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, that's when you expect Roster Revolution. Now on to MUT Leaks. Very simple, your heroes or lower overall cards for Team of the Week. I'm not really going to go over those. Legends, I guess we could talk about John Hanna, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Booger McFarland. One thing about Legends, they're getting 2 discounted ability buckets, which is like, they're the only cards in the game to get that. So as it stands, Legends are going to be the best cards in the game for probably at least a few more weeks until the Super Bowl program. And yeah, that's just how it looks like it's going to be. Your Team of the Week champs, Drake London, Kevin Byard, and I don't know who this is exactly. I don't think that's Will Anderson. I don't believe so. I think it's a Texans D lineman. Yeah, I don't know who that is. If someone in the comments can let me know who it is, I can't see the number. I think it might be 51 or 31. I can't really tell. It's 31 Damian Pierce. We'll have to wait and see. And then your Team of the Week LTDs and Player of the Month. The LTDs are going to be Yaya Diaby and Aaron Rodgers. Your Player of the Month cards are going to be Derwin James and Justin Jefferson. These two also will get 2 discounted buckets alongside the Joe Burrow and the Carlton Davis from last month. Probably going to be pretty expensive cards. They're going to be good cards. I mean, Derwin actually just had a card, so it's kind of, going to be weird. They should be, I'm assuming, 96 overall, maybe 97 overall, but I mean, Jay Jettis and Derwin James will be pretty good cards, but they're gonna be quite expensive. Let's now hop into MUT. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. But let's take a look at the AKA content today, because there's a few twists and more so just an understanding of what they're doing with the program this time around. So first up, we've got the LTD Sauce Garner, of course, gonna carry a pretty hefty price tag. The first scumbaggery thing that EA did is they removed the ability to pull the LTD through the sets, although the sets are a little bit easier to complete, requiring 3 any AKA cards and 2 any 91 overall cards, right? Not even a specific card, 2 any 91, so the set's a little bit easier to build. Not being able to pull the LTD is just pure EA greed. Like, right? Like, there was the one unique part about this program the first half of the year, and it actually limited the LTD prices to a reasonable amount. I say reasonable, they were still the good ones, were like 1 mil, 1.5 mil, but you could always count on them not being 5 million coins like the Team of the Week LTDs this past week. EA, for whatever reasons, like, hey, we're not going to do that for the second half of the year. We're going to, just make them to where you can only pull them in packs and special offers. So, shout out EA for that one. But actually taking a look at the cards, I'm a bit underwhelmed by the first initial release. I think this program is going to have some of the best cards in the game in weeks to come, but I think this initial content drop is a little bit underwhelming. I'll go into details why. Sauce Garner LTD, again, very expensive. Good stats in the card, 96 speed. Good man, good zone, tall. Right, he's a playable, one of the best DBs in the game. Doesn't fit in my scheme as his discounts, and he only gets 2 discounts in 1 bucket. Might I also add, they're not the crazy discounts. When I say crazy discounts, for example, a normal discount is like just taking 1 AP off an ability. Like for playoff cards, right, pick cards would be 1 AP, mid-zone KO would be 2 AP. However, for Legends get like super discounts. Their mid-zone KO goes from 3 AP to 1 AP. So these cards, and this is the LTD, I thought the LTD would get 2 buckets at least, but the LTD is only getting 1 bucket and then 2 normal discounted abilities. A little bit underwhelming considering Legends get 2 super discounted buckets and abilities. They also kind of got away with the AKA pre-lit X Factors, which kind of made the cards unique. I thought in years past they did a horrible job of balancing the AKA X Factors. I thought this year they did a really good job of balancing them. They would always cost, a reasonable amount of AP, 1 to 2 AP. the ability wouldn't be, I wouldn't say crazy overpowered, but it would be a ability that would start on, yes, but would be on and off throughout the remainder of the game. And I thought it was a good balance, right? The best one we probably saw throughout the year was Deion Sanders had a 0 AP pick artist that, again, was on for like 5 plays, off for 8 plays or something. He also had a universal coverage, which you could pay, I believe it was 1 AP, and it would be on and off for half the game. And I thought the balancing of that was actually pretty good. And I guess they said, hey, we're going to go away with that. Um, okay. Um, but going and taking a look at the rest of the cards, the one unique factor about these cards and why I think in future releases we're going to get some really, really good cards, and this is actually my favorite card of the drop, it's Brian Cushing, 93 speed, low zone coverage, can't really rush the passer. 6'3 is good height on him. Also, there is an AKA chemistry where you can upgrade, and well, if you get 40 components of it, you can get +1 speed. Fortunately, you can only get 7 components right now. So it's going to be a long, long time until that is earnable. There it is right there. Again, 40 components to get +1 speed. It's going to probably take at least a few months to be able to earn that. But taking a look at Brian Cushing and what he gets is Avalanche. So he does get an X Factor as a passive ability, and it's 3 AP. And I'll say Avalanche. You guys know if you've played this game, Boom Tech, as bad as it is about actually like forcing fumbles, it doesn't really force fumbles in the game. Most people play on conservative. You connect on a lot more hit sticks now compared to last year, and Avalanche guarantees that fumble if you connect on the hit stick. So Avalanche, if we get more and more Avalanches for 3 AP, maybe on a little bit of a better user, Avalanche is going to be really, really annoying to play against and really, really good to use on defense, over the course of the remainder of Madden 25. And then the other passive ability we saw was on Marcus Mariota. He gets Truz for 3 AP. So this is, again, like that unique factor of these AKA cards. It's going to be an expensive, price tag, right? I thought they should have gave maybe like Sauce Gardner universal coverage for like 4 or 5 AP. I think that would have made sense. But yeah, overall, these cards, they kind of have their flaws. Sauce Gardner, I think, doesn't have the best abilities, doesn't get his own KO. Still a really good card. Cam Jurgens, center, not going to talk about him. Brian Cushing has Avalanche, right, or Lurk Artist for 0 AP, but a little bit slower for a linebacker. Mariota, the one thing kind of holding back his card. Most important ability right now in the game is Master Tactician. Unfortunately, he does not get it because he does not hit 92 awareness. So that's kind of what's holding Marcus Mariota's card back from being the best in the game. Master Tactician, if you're unaware, Playmaker, Conductor, Hot Rod Master, all in one for 4 AP. It's the most important ability right now in the game to use on your quarterback. And then Zeke, unfortunately, is just a little slow. But AK Icons, as it stands, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the initial, right, the honorary incoming class or whatever when they would do the, the 6 cards or whatever. But moving forward, I think these are going to be some of the best cards in the game. And we'll see whenever we get that first universal coverage GB, that first freight train running back, that card's going to change the game. So we'll see in the few coming weeks, the AK content, what they have in store. Transitioning over to our next segment in Market Monday, let's talk a little bit about LTDs, man. I mean, if you've been on Madden Ultimate Team within the past week, you'll know what I'm going to, or what I'm alluding to, man. LTD prices. And you guys, if you've watched this channel, you'll know I'm actually a fan of expensive-ish cards or expensive LTDs. I think there always should be chase cards within every promo, every type of pack. There should always be a card if you just get lucky and you pull a great card. It's going to go for 1 to 1.5. I'd say max 2 million coins unless you're the Team Diamond Master. Well, this has been a problem this entire year. We all know it, but man, this past week, and specifically the Team of the Week LTDs, I mean, these cards were ridiculously priced. I actually still have them. They're in my binder right now. I had to use them for LCQ this weekend. 5.5 million coins right now for Jamison Williams, who, again, is going to lose that speed boost on Wednesday. He was upwards of 7 million. He was 8 million coins at one point on PlayStation. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I got mine for 3.5. He's going for 4.85. They are on the best team in the game right now, the Lions theme team, that is, just why they're so expensive. But man, these cards are expensive, and it's not just them, right? We saw the playoff LTDs too this past week. When there are not special offers, targeted directly for LTDs, the prices of these cards, because it then relies on the community to open these through packs and, well, I'd say rerolls, but Team of the Week does not have rerolls. AKA does not have rerolls. This is the downside of EA, right? It affects everything. Them removing the ability to, reroll and not lose a ton. These prices, man, are crazy. Like, consistently, if it's an LTD and it doesn't have an offer, you're having to pay 2 million coins every single week for that card. Laporta, Justin Reeder, 2 mil. If I even go to Legends, I mean, Vanden Bosch wasn't even that good of a card. But we didn't have a special offer. I don't even know what his price. He was 3 million over the weekend. He's 1.9 million coins. Like, it is wild how EA has not figured out that if they do not drop a special offer, like, seriously, I don't spend money on the game, and I don't recommend anybody spend money on the game. But god damn it, EA, you gotta release an offer for LTDs every single promo, right? Every single special offer should have a 10% chance or a 20% chance of pulling an LTD. Otherwise, we're just seeing these outrageously expensive cards. It is 8 cards a week that are above 2 million coins, man. Like, only the top one, only the people like me can afford it, and I don't even want to afford it. I don't want to afford it. I can only imagine when a normal player logs on and sees their favorite card, right? They see Justin Jefferson tomorrow, and he's 3 million coins. Like, man, like, again, it's okay if it's like 1 card a week is 1 to 1.5 million coins for, the Thursday content. But dude, like, LTDs used to be like 750 or like 600k to a mil. If they were good, they'd be in the low millions. Like, it was fine at that point. Also, they redux these cards fast as hell too. Like, so it really, like, you don't even, like, really want to buy the LTDs because they're going to get redux within a month and, like, they're going to lose their value. I don't know. I just don't know where EA is going with all this. They've removed the ability to reroll consistently, right? So that's not going to limit the prices of LTDs. Like, coin packs, we know how bad coin packs are. But, like, again, we take a look at these offers, and again, not one of them has a chance at pulling an LTD. This one is just a 94 AKA champ. This one, 87 plus AKA. This one has a chance of pulling the LTD. I don't know if it actually will show it. Yeah, it's not going to actually show it, but there's no offer for the LTD, and the result you see, especially within this past week, man, you're going to get these 2-3 million coin LTDs consistently, and it's just not good for the game. It's just not good for the game, man. You can deal with 1 or 2 cards at 1 to 1.5 mil, but multiple cards a week above 2 million coins, it can't happen. Can't happen. But to wrap things up, let's talk a little bit more, though, about the market, specifically, right? We are getting Team of the Week content. They will be 94 overall champions, so 91 overalls are kind of the main overall that is the world revolves around, the MUT world revolves around, for the next few weeks. But Team of the Week cards are going to require 91 overalls plus 1 at 91 Team of the Week, so you can pre-build those. The champions, right? Drake London, Kevin Byard. Drake London will probably be like 94 speed, but Falcons theme team is a pretty good theme team. Kevin Byard, right? Bears. I think Eagles is getting another player for their theme. Eagles slowly but surely is going to become the best team or best theme team alongside probably Lions. And then we also have the playoff content this Thursday. We're going to need more 91 overalls, specifically the 91 overall playoff cards if you want those. We'll see how they do the playoff content. I think last year they did do it along the lines of, like, if you had a good performance during wildcard weekend, you got a champion or an LTD. Usually every single team that is in the playoffs still is going to get either one champion or an LTD. So we'll see how their content goes. Again, I don't expect the leaks for these cards probably until maybe Wednesday, because they probably have not even come up with who the players are just yet. It's probably, being brainstormed in the beautiful EA offices today, so we won't know who the champions are. But I'll be honest, I was a little bit underwhelmed by the playoff promo part 1. Again, whether the champions stat-wise weren't anything better than the Zero Chill cards, or the fact that the discounted ability buckets weren't, like, really good, right? I am having to pay 2 AP for mid-zone KO. I was hoping it would be more along the lines of 1 AP, but playoff promo, again, it's a longer program. Also, no, like, theme team for the playoff promo, no speed boost whatsoever. So, we kind of talked about how last Monday, how I thought Zero Chill cards would still definitely have a place within the meta, and that's, like, 1000% true. I mean, even if you go and take a look at some ghost cards, like 93 overall, a lot of the ghost cards are still going for, almost 400. I don't know if they're going for 400k anymore, but they were over the weekend, right? Like the O linemen, right? So the players like Calvin Johnson, see if Calvin Johnson's still going for, I mean, the upper echelon of players are going for, looks like 375k right now. And again, that's because the Zero Chill ghost cards are still pretty much just as good. And especially with now how the ability system is working. And I could show you guys my team that I was rocking this weekend for LCQ. Yes, very, very expensive. And I have Jameson Williams actually up on the auction house right now, trying to sell him back for 5.5 mil. But he would be right there. But if you take a look at like just offensively, right, your quarterback's going to take up a majority of your AP. So your other players on your offense don't really have to worry about discount abilities. So then it just comes down to a stat game. And well, the ghost cards are just as good stat wise as the playoff cards, which is, why I'm rocking Joe Platonio, Travis Frederick. I am rocking that Lions Think Team. So Calvin Johnson is a very, very good card for that. If we go to the defense side of the ball, you'll notice I have mid-zone KOs pretty much at 5 defensive back spots. One player, where is he? He's on like special teams somewhere. There he is. Malcolm Jenkins is hiding. But you'll see, like, I have a lot of team elite cards for the speed, but a lot of my pass rushers are just all zero chill or ghost cards. I have Aiden Hutchinson, Sweat, Curse, Montez Sweat. The only one is Julius Peppers because he has 95 speed on a 40 theme team. Sean Taylor still like one of the best users, loopers, blitzers in the game if you run that kind of scheme. But yeah, zero chill cards, ghost cards still are really relevant and are probably going to be relevant. I think Super Bowl program is going to be when we get the great like reset. You guys know when I talk about the great reset, like going into zero chill, for example, everything changed when zero chill released because they got a bunch of zero AP abilities. So pretty much all cards prior to zero chill became really, really irrelevant. As Zero Chill got more and more content. I think that date is going to be the Super Bowl program. That's when we probably see the first real zero AP discount abilities. Maybe we get some pre-lit X Factors, because these playoff cards are a little bit underwhelming, but I think Super Bowl program is going to be when, kind of Zero Chill ghost cards are really pushed to the side. Even playoff cards probably pushed to the side. But yeah, that's really all I got for the market. Again, everything really revolves around 91s. If you want to pre-build, make sure you guys pick them up before probably Wednesday or Thursday when the new content drops. A little bit dry for content this week, although we'll have Roster Revolution starting next week, so that'll be interesting to see if there is anything cool and fun about that program. Not expecting much, and yeah, hopefully LTDs come down in price a little bit, but that's all for Market Monday. Talking a little about Madden Ultimate Team. I will see you guys another day. Until next time, peace.